servo winch. Let me get this out of the package here. Cut one on. There we go. Knife from Mr. Fish's Crawler Parts himself. What a great gift. I use it every day. But let's see if I can get this where I can actually look at the screen and make sure I'm getting a view of it here. So this is the new Nitro Pro servo winch. You guys can see it all around. It's got the typical Nitro Pro Reaper on one side, well, Reaper on both sides really. Part number, if you can see it. Get back that way. Well, the camera would stop acting up. There's a picture of it on the website. You guys see it. Part number is great. But Nitro Pro, you guys, typical servo. What we did here, we made sure that everything was completely waterproof and ready to go for you no matter what you're going to put it through, any of the grueling paces that everyone always puts a winch through, obviously. But typical, same thing, 8.4 volts is what we usually say to run them at. I believe I only run mine at 8 volts. I don't think I have my BEC turned up to 8.4, but I only run it at 8. From the testing, I know Tyler, or aka Moto, tested this multiple times. Kevin's got one. He's still got to test, one of the other team drivers. We've definitely put them through some paces. I've used them here at the local comp here a couple times. A lot of people were highly impressed with the speed of it and how nice and smooth it is. It's not super loud or anything like that. So what you're going to get when you come with when you purchase it, you're going to have your servo here. It will come with your traditional spool that you kind of see from everyone. I know Locked Up RC sells a low profile spool. It's nice. It's a little wider. That'll actually give you a little bit more speed if you got the room to put it on. Bigger the spool in diameter, a little bit more speed that you'll get. It'll come with a cable that nobody uses. You can pretty much throw that away if you want, or use it as a scale item. It really doesn't weigh too terrible much. Your typical hook, it's going to come with that, and your bolt for it. So those will be good. So that's a scale item there also that you'll be able to have on the truck. You can add it to the line or not. I don't sell line yet. We know, what's up, Dan? If you guys know Dan Davidson, beeftubes.com sells an awesome winch line. It would be great on this setup, no problems. I know the hole is a little tiny in the spool itself, nothing that you can't drill out a little bigger. If anybody's not used any of these, you can do it kind of two different ways if you'd like. You can drill both sides of the spool out, typical. Run your line through and then run your bolt down to hold it in place if you'd like to do that. Or you can run it through one side, run the line up, tie you a knot on it, and then pull it back down once you already have your screw into the servo. And it'll work both ways. But either way, it's up to you on how you want to do that. I don't have any problems. I think on this spool here, I think I actually did through one side, tied a knot, put the bolt into the servo, and then pulled the line through real tight, and then let the servo wind the rest of it up. But as far as I got on mine, it's going to be tough to see. But mine's actually mounted in our double mount. Let me go back to the other screen so I can see here. There we go. Back to our double mount on the top. Your typical steering servo on one side, and then it's got the our servo winch on the other. Both Nitro Pro, which we sell, both of them. So. And then underneath, you can see my spool is sitting there. It is 3 length. You can see on this side of the axle, I did cut the other tab off of the diamond, so it gives room for, man, that is tough to hold and let you guys see. see if I can get that at a better angle. Here we go. So at the full compression, it does not touch anything. It is close up in there, but it doesn't hinder, doesn't touch anything. Actually put a rod end on the bottom right here to direct it on the spool, backwards on the screen, on the spool, and then I actually just drilled a hole in the top and brought the line up through the servo mount itself, and then it just runs out of the front of my bumper. No problem. I haven't had any issues with it. The only thing that that I've had with it is every now and then you'll hear it kind of like a click out of the rod end when you're spooling in and out, and that's just the eyelid kind of moving back and forth for when it gets under tension. The line kicking up and down to making sure that it doesn't really have any problems. I have yet to have any problems out of it, not winding up correctly or anything like that. So let's see. Let's turn it on here since the remote's still on. Trying my best, guys. I'm trying to watch. There's a little bit of the lag, obviously, on the screen on Facebook, so I'm trying to watch this other one to make sure everything is good in the picture. Put the truck back here a little bit. That little hum that you hear right now, I'm sure the camera is picking it up. That's actually from that little cheapy rear Warren winch, the suck down winch back there. But as of speed wise, you guys can, it is quite fast servo winch. Got a little noise coming back in, obviously, under the tension, but it's not really bad. The speed out is extremely, it's definitely better than a lot that I've seen. And then I'm going to hold it here and then winch, and then should hopefully drag this truck. It doesn't even phase it. So, guys, this servo winch, like I said, Tyler has tested it multiple times. Kevin still hasn't. I think Colby has, and I've done it in a couple competitions, and it's been phenomenal for sure. It has no issues of power whatsoever. If it's going to work or not, definitely no problems there. Like I said, it's IP67 waterproof, so it is completely waterproof to an extremely high grade. If you guys are not familiar with water protections and waterproofing and all that, the IP67 is the same category as what they do all your, excuse me, I felt a sneeze coming. Whew. Oh, excuse me. What they put all of your cell phones and stuff. If they say your cell phone's waterproof, or if they say this device is waterproof, that's usually typically IP67. So this thing is built like a tank. It's got, it's got no issues going underwater. The gears are Nitro Pro's typical stainless steel mixture that he uses, and I don't know if anybody else that uses stainless steel gears. I've yet to strip any. The servos are absolutely killer. Like I said, this thing's set at 6 volts, and you guys can see that. And they're touchy. So not 6 volts. It's set at 8 volts. 8.4 is max. 8 volts, right there. Oh, I don't have the Rona. Just gets a little dusty, and the truck's actually covered with dust too. So, but guys, back to it. The truck here is set at 8 volts. Both of them are getting that out of the one BEC, no problem. No external controller for the servo. The servo literally plugs into an open channel that you have, that you're able to make it a 3-position switch. So you can go 100% forward, click it back, or click it forward again, and then it'll go to stop, and then click it again, and it'll go 100% back or 100% forward, whichever direction that you want. So that makes this servo winch extremely versatile. It is low profile. It's not super heavy. It's quiet. It's fast. It's ridiculously strong. From the testing that Tyler's done, and some of us else. I mean, this will pick this truck up from a deadlift, no problem. The trucks aren't super heavy. This one's sitting at like 6.3 pounds, so it's not anything crazy, fully dressed. But Tyler did it with a ammo can full of LiPo batteries, and it weighed right in at almost 20 pounds. And this winch literally mounted to a truck, not mounted to anything, mounted to his truck like this. He put a weight on the back so the truck didn't go anywhere. Lined over the edge of the countertop or whatever he was on and lifted it straight up off the ground and almost pulled it all the way up to the truck. So,
okay. Just weighed this in. Weighed in at 19 pounds and 10 ounces or something like that. Call it 20 pounds. Let's see what we got here. 20 pounds. Much more than what this thing should ever do. Oh God, hang on. There we go. 20 pounds worth of batteries. I feel like the spool is going to give out, like the teeth and the spool might give out, but it's coming up decently quick. Yeah.
Ever had a problem out of it, putting it in a stupid bind during testing, just purposely burying the nose in some rocks and turning it, and it literally just turns a truck left and right. It has no problem doing what it needs to do. So, guys, check it out. Take a look. It's on the website. If you go on there, go to your shop, drop-down tab, go down to Nitro Pro, and it's got them all on there. Now, we do have the low pro version of this that's not waterproof and everything if you're just looking for a low pro servo, but they're going to come out to be waterproof here soon, hopefully. But the servo winch is on there. It's ready to go. 460 ounces at 8.4 volts, completely waterproof, CNC caged, lifetime gear warranty, stainless gears. I mean, you can't say enough about this thing. And that top-notch warranty, you can't beat it. It's just Nitro Pro is another company getting into the crawling industry. I'm trying to bring them over here. They've been into the 1/8 scale buggy racing for a super long time. Their servos have been tested and beaten and challenged, and he hasn't had an issue out of them. And they've been doing great. They're standing up to the test of time. I get it. They're not a direct hookup, but that's not what we're going for here. I see a lot of problems happening with direct hookup, and I didn't want to do that to your battery. You know, the direct hook to the battery. The way I see it is you're literally running it to your receiver just like everybody has. It's a tried and true way. You throw a BEC in there. I mean, everybody says, oh, I have to do something else. This is my ESC and BEC all together. It's not a super hard thing or a big thing that you got to do. It's not what I wanted to do. So, super clean setups, plug them into the receivers, ready to go, set it at your 8.4 or 8 volts, depending on what you want to do, and you're ready to rock. If anybody had any questions, let me look here. I don't see. Yep, Colby, guys, you guys can see Colby commenting there. He races, the arena racing in the 8 scale trucks, buggies, truggies, whatever they call them. He does it all the time, and he races for Nitro Pro here, and he uses the servos, and you can't say anything bad about him. I've never had one issue from anybody buying one, using one from me. Not one person said that they've not loved it, had a problem. I haven't had anything yet. I know I've talked with Drew from Nitro Pro, and he's had very, very little issues out of anything, out of all the servos that he sold. I think he said like someone cut the wire on one. I think he said maybe had like a bearing possibly seat up in one of them. I'm not 100% sure. But guys, that stuff, he is 100% dedicated to his product. He doesn't ask questions. If it's wrong, you can send it to him. He'll take a look at it. He'll fix it. He'll get it back to you. Not an issue. I personally haven't had to deal with that yet. I know I spoke to him a long time before started carrying his products about that, and he 100% backs his stuff up. So it's not anything that you're going to have to worry about when it comes to it. So servos, servo winches, both in stock on the website. Go get you some. Test them out. Beat them up. Let us know how you like them. Let us know if you have any problems. We're going to put this name out there, and we're going to make it, big. Like I said, they're not direct hookup. They're the tried and true way of, plug it into the receiver, set a BEC on there, and you're ready to go. They do not take a lot of power draw. I know that for a fact. I run a 460 milliamp 5S in this truck all the time, just because that's a super geared low transmission here with a pinion and spur and a brushed motor, so I like that real slow creep, but the power's there when you need it. That's why it's a 5S. But other than that, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. We'll be happy to answer any of them. And let's get some of these out there, guys. Start using these servo winches. If anybody missed it, hey, like I said, they're fast. They are smooth, and you should never have any issue out of them. A little louder coming back in. That's when the gearing kicks in. And let's hold it down. Look at that. No problem dragging the whole truck. Like I said, that sound that you're hearing is from that eyelid down there. That rope, or that's under tension, moving itself on the spool. But all fine. But guys, it's ready to go. So get on there, purchase them. Let us know how you like them. Appreciate it. See you guys later.